Hello there and welcome back to Foundry. Yes. We're back on good old Foundry, going to be continuing our single player playthrough. Yes, very nice. Let's go ahead and load it up here. Oops, wrong one. Almost hit load on the wrong one. Well, mentally anyway. Yeah, we're going to be hopping on in here. Today is going to be interesting because we're not going to be doing any factory building per se. We've built all the factories that we currently need at the very current moment. Like absolutely need. Of course, we do have other factories to build, of course, but today is going to be a search. It's going to be hunt for a spot. We're probably going to end up in the mountains, I think, over there. You see, there's this huge mountain area right over here. Has no resources near it, which is nice, because then I don't have to run other builds out of it. But I'm thinking we go to the top of this mountain and we get working on a new factory, because this factory is going to be the one that's going to be our research facility. So our research facility is going to be producing all of the research packs that we're going to need for the entire game. We're going to send resources up there. It's going to be by belt for now. Yes, I know it's expansive, it's extensive, and way too long for what we really should be doing, but this is a city, dang it. We're going to be doing a nice build. Yes, that's what I'm thinking about, though, is over there. I am thinking about, see that massive mountain? I want to put a factory on top of that mountain. I want to put a factory and a road going all the way up there. A big old factory. It's going to be surrounded by a road. Unfortunately, there's no real oceans. This isn't an ocean. It's a river. There is no real oceans, otherwise I might put it on its own, its own platform or something. That'd be pretty cool as well. But I want to do, I do want to do a mountain facility. I think that would be the best for that type of stuff. So these few things we got to do today. Today we've got to expand out the city. Over that way so that we can never get to the mountain area. Because if we just build up there, then it's going to be real awkward. I mean, yes, the whole world's on a grid, but my streets, my roads, my highways, those are not on a grid, technically. Those are on they're on a grid, but it's going to be, it's really hard to explain. Lining up the roads and the blocks and stuff to a road that goes up there to the mountains is going to be it's going to be nighttime, but it's going to be very, very interesting. So if you weren't here last time, let's just go over that real quick. If you weren't here last time, we built a brand new factory that's got a few different things in it. It's a bit of a mess underneath, but at least up top it's nice and clean. It's mostly clean anyway. We've got pipes being made. We've got two factories making pipes. We got a factory making what are they called? Inlets, water inlets for the pipe. And then we have a factory over here making pumps. So we got a factory making everything as far as liquids are concerned, which is really nice. And then we got a factory making our ceiling lights. We got a factory making our wall lights. This is the decorative factory. This factory and that factory is going to be decorative factory to build all the different stuff for us. So we've got lights there. And then this factory is building doors. So we got the single doors and we have the dual doors. And that's it for now. Eventually there's going to be more here. That's why there's more factories here, just kind of hanging out waiting. But it's basically, the idea is one factory per type of block. So then we have a nice storage of them. We can build with them and stuff like that. And that's what that factory up there is going to be built out of. It's going to be built out of the new blocks that we're making. The other thing we have is we have over here, we didn't do this last time, but just in case you missed it, we have factories making the decor windows. We don't have the glass yet, but we'll have to make a glass factory eventually anyway for other stuff, so we'll get around to that. And then we have a factory making the decor struts. We have a factory making the modular windows. Again, we don't have the glass, but once the glass gets over here, then it'll be done. We know that doesn't do anything. That one's not doing anything. That one's not doing anything. This one is doing signs or monitors. They're like old LCD monitors, it reminds me of. And then we've got one doing railings. We've got this one doing walkways. Got a factory over here doing ladders. This will be probably the last time I show this off, by the way, because people have already seen this. But we got one doing stairs, and this one, even though I've let the game run and run and run, the decor walls take forever. This is because, much like most of the decoration pieces, they stack to 1,000 per stack. With the decorative blocks and stuff like that, they all stack to 1,000. And this one, it's not even getting the amount of plates it needs. It literally has to stop. As you can see, it doesn't continuously run like it should. It should be running faster than this, but it's not, because it doesn't get the plates in fast enough. It needs 450, and our belts right here only do 320 at max. And this is a full belt going as fast as it can to beat this machine. So this one's a little slow, but that's okay. We'll eventually fix that eventually too. So then we got the decor basic shapes. We've got foundation blocks over here. I think we got 3 foundation factories, all so that we can make the stuff. You can see those factories going over there. I've even let this game run for hours, and that one is still going. And it's the only thing running. Everything else is backed up. So we're going to have 10 factories making Mark 1, which is the blue, Mark 2, which is the red, and Mark 3, which is the green. And you'll hear me refer to them by their colors rather than what level of research it is. I just go, well, we need to make more red, we need to make more blue, that kind of stuff. And we still have research in here. It's just we need green. We're at our wit's end when it comes to the research. Our wit's end. We're at our end when it comes to the research. So we need to make green. So that's where the research facility comes in. And this is going to be our permanent research facility. And yes, we will eventually expand it out to make 10 of the purple, and I think the yellow. I think is purple and yellow, wasn't it? If we actually scroll down here, we've got yellow or orange. It's yellow. That'll be Mark 4, and then purple's the Mark 5. And then they are talking about a possible Mark 6 research, which I don't know what color that one's going to be, but I assume it's going to be white, much like other factory games that do research-based progression. The white is always the final research, much like Dyson Sphere, much like Factorio, and they get inspiration from both of those games. So I'm assuming it's going to be white. Because they haven't done white yet, so, and they will be talking about that. But yeah, 10 facilities making each, and then they're all going to be brought back down here. All the belts for those research packs are going to be brought back down here to our final destination for the research, which is going to be the city center. We're going to make this a massive research facility, a big old tall building that's going to pull up all the belts and stuff like that. And I think this would be best, and there's only going to be 10 of those research servers is what the end goal is, basically research hub, where you bring all your science packs to. Yeah, we're going to have a massive building that's going to have 10 of those. Well, it's going to be mostly for show, but yeah, stuff like that. But anyway, enough of me, wasting time here. I do that quite often. But we got machines here. And this is what we've done for the entire factory. We've got our power plant facility across the way, across the river, stuff like that. So I thought, doing separate facilities is pretty cool. So we're going to drop off all of our machines. Yep, all of our machines. Everything we're not gonna need all that because we're not going to be building a factory today. We're gonna drop off all of our belts. I might keep the belts on me because there's nowhere really to put them. I mean, I could put them in here, but then I'll forget about them, and yeah, forget about it. So we'll just put that in there. We need explosives, so I'm going to grab some more of those. I'm going to throw the steel in here too. Yeah, we'll just forget about it. Just do that. The things we're going to need, we're going to need concrete. We're going to need foundation blocks, or building blocks as the game calls them, but I call them foundation blocks. But we got 4 crates of concrete right here, ready to go. These are for the sidewalks and stuff. So we're going to take on, let's take this whole top row, and that'll work there. And then, yeah, our concrete facility is going to turn on. Foundations. We're gonna have to go for foundations. Eventually, we are gonna have a mall, but that's also gonna be a separate building, all by itself. I mean, it might be part of the city. I might take up a huge section of the city just to build a mall, but it needs enough room for landing platforms. It needs enough room for, literally, we're probably looking at hundreds of belt lines going into it, and then feeding into boxes, and then what doesn't get fed into boxes is going to circle around and then get incinerated. Because obviously that's just how it's going to be. But that's going to be way later down the road. We're talking a long time from now. But yeah, and these belt lines don't go anywhere because the research facilities aren't built yet. So, but then we're going to take a full box of foundations. How many foundations do we have? 3,000. We'll take another full line of this. That's going to turn on a lot of factories. Yeah, roughly 5,000. We're going to need way more than that, but that'll be a start. And then I want to fill the rest up with decoration blocks. Because we're going to need the regular decoration blocks for the roads. These are what I used for the roads. I know they're white, but you can paint them, so... we'll take 5,000 of those, because they stack in thousands. I almost forgot. We'll take a couple of thousand of these. I'll take 1,000 of them. That one's one of the factories that doesn't have anything to it. Those are stairs. Those are railings. I don't really want to mess with those right now. Railings, walkways, signs. I want the struts and the modular walls or whatever. Or do I already have them? I already have the walls. Okay. And then I want to take some struts because I want to play with these pieces. These pieces are pretty cool. So the whole modular stuff of this game is definitely far beyond any other building game I've ever played. So, but first things first, of course, we're going to be doing expansion of the actual city itself, which it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot of foundations. We're going to need to mark out entire foundation pieces. And we're going to have to tear down trees because, like I said, we got to expand that way. And the reason I'm doing the expansion now is because if we can do the expansion now, then I can very easily get that research facility hooked up. And it's going to take me a long time to do all this. So we're going to be cutting out a lot. And I do mean a lot of content. I don't know how many blocks I'm going to go down, but basically I'm going to keep with this style going down that way. We're going to have a block next to a block, next to a road. The reason I'm keeping these two blocks next side by side with a little alleyway in between is so that if we got a factory that cannot fit in this one space and it cannot go vertical because there's just too much going on, then we can very easily cross the block space and go into the next factory. Now I could do 4 blocks in a row, like 4 city blocks and then a road and then 4 more city blocks. That could do us really well. That way there's less intersections, because you see how this has got, a little stretch of road and it's got an intersection. I think I'm going to go with that because I think that will be much better than doing a block and then a road and then a block and then a road and then a block and then a road and keeping up with that. If we go 2 blocks and then a road, 2 blocks and then a road, then we can have 4 block sections like this for big factories. If they need all that space, they can take up all that space if it needs it. So that way we can have different shaped blocks and stuff like that. We could do different things with that. Maybe like a little plaza in the middle of 4 buildings. That'd be pretty cool. Stuff like that. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about it now. All right, so let's get the concrete on this pop bar here. All right, and I'm gonna go to town. So I'm gonna follow that design, and we're just gonna move down. So basically, if you want to know how to build this, we'll build a little bit of it. If you want to know how to do this, I don't know anyone that would want to know how to do this, but you know how it goes. We're just going to take this, and I'm not going to follow the design I already had. What I am going to do, though, is I am going to go from here. We're just going to stretch this. Yeah, we'll stretch this down, and I'm just going to go as far as I can with the foundation, and then I'm just going to keep going back and grabbing more foundation. We're just going to have a flat plane. This way everything gets power like it's supposed to, so because we were having issues with that before, and I'd rather avoid that this time. But yeah, we're going to... Should we go downhill at all? I don't know if we should. No, we shouldn't, because we also got the logistics level here. So this is why the city's up so high, is because of the logistics level, which also has to be expanded too. But that can be expanded later when we actually need it. But yeah, and then we'll have to get rid of the trees, of course. Just dig out the trees and put the foundations in their place. But then we have to go up. Eventually I'm going to have like elevators in key locations. That allows us to go up and down when we unlock elevators. When we unlock them first. I think those are in the next research. I think those are in the green. So yeah, you can see this massive foundation piece we've got going on here. But yeah, and then the road goes on top of it, of course. So we take our decorator blocks and we expand. Let's just say we expand to where we need to go. That's where we need to go with our road. Whoops. Only want to do what we need. And it's going to be this size of road. And then we take our paint roller. Now I have this set up to do the black like foundation stuff. And then we'll just take this. So a lot of these roads are going to be, they're going to be dual lane, or sorry, they're going to be bi-directional. That's what it's called. Bi-directional, single lane, two-way roads, basically. But yeah, this is what I really want this paint roller to be upgraded in the future to where you can. Paint more than one block at a time, because I tell you, this right here, this is agony. When you now I don't build this much and then paint it. I normally build huge swaths of road and then I'll paint it, and it just takes hours to get painted. Okay, so then we go with we're going with a 4 block road still, right? Yeah, 4 block underneath, and then on top of this, now you want to be careful with concrete. If you haven't used concrete before in this game, you want to be very careful with it, because if, let's say I messed that up, I made too much, I put too much there, you can't delete this. Yeah, it's not deletable with the key. You have to dig it out. That's the only way. You get the blocks back, but you have to dig it, which is incredibly annoying. So make sure you're very careful with that. And you're probably wondering, well, why use the concrete then? Why not just use the foundation blocks? And I know I have in the past. If you don't know, that's because, listen to the sound of when I walk on this. Okay, you hear the footsteps? Alright, now listen to the sound when I walk on this. See how much faster it is? And you can see my movement speed is increased. That's because if you actually look at foundations, actually it doesn't say. No, it does say. Okay, walk speed 120%, so we get a 20% boost for walking on that. Honestly, I would go 50% if I was the devs. That makes concrete worth the while to make, and also make it paintable. I want to be able to paint concrete because you can in real life, so I don't know why you couldn't here. Anyway. That's pretty much going to be that. So, oh, and then of course, I forgot about this. It's changed to the traffic yellow. If you want to know traffic yellow, there's the color code right there. And you just paint the line down the middle. Of course, this side would put the walkway and stuff like that. Yeah, there we go. All right, let me get some expansion done, and we will see you in just a little moment. That way you guys don't have to sit there and watch me build it the entire time. Alright, while I was over here building, I did notice a issue. Just a little bit of an issue. We're out of coal. I was over here and then I was like, over there. Saw that stuff. But, yeah, we're completely out of coal. So yeah, I'm gonna have to remove all this, and then we're gonna have to add those 4 lines there. You can see we're pretty much out of coal. Hopefully we're not out of power. I think we still have power. But yeah, it looks like the 2 outer lines are empty. Yeah, they're pretty much empty. What I want to do is I want to bring them all the way to the edge here, and then bring them up this way rather than this way. That way it's not taking up all this room. But yeah, we can bring it up this way. All right, let's get working on that real quick because yeah, that's a problem. That is one major issue that we need to solve. And I'd rather it be brought up this way. Right, they're being sucked down. What I might do is I might do a little bit of a balancing issue. I might do a little bit of a balance like right here. Yeah. Oh, I don't have any balancers. Hold on. I'll go get some. Okay, back over here. Not to get on this side of it. I'm glad I left enough space to walk down this. Alright. Here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split between these 2 here. And that'll just empty out this belt. There we go. I'm actually going to leave that there. I think. Yeah, we're going to leave that there. Then I can go ahead and remove all of these belts. I'm also going to remove these walkways, get them out of the way. Because we got to turn a corner here. 2, 3. Yeah, we'll remove all that. Okay. And then, bang. Go. Over this. Ooh, wow. There's a hole all the way down at the bottom. Good thing I have this little staircase right here to get back up. Okay. Guess I'll just have to do it from here. Bang, 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 bang. Okay. As long as we get this done before we run out fully out of coal, we'll be good. Slope up. Set slope up. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna go down below, right? Yeah. That way it's out of the way of other stuff. Okay. There's our coal line. Also gonna remove that set. And what I'm gonna do, I need to remove more. Okay, that's not gonna work. What we'll have to do is we'll have to move it over one. Can't get down. We will need one more foundation set. Here. so we can have the space on the side. Okay, that'll work there. Yep, and then the walkway. Maybe slope down, right? Slope down, space. Oh no, it's the other way. We go space first. Yeah. Okay. Space first. Wait, can we? Oh, I don't know if we're going to be able to walk between that. I don't know. I'll give it a try. Yeah, I just don't know if we even can. It might be too tall. And then a walkway. Oops. What we can do is we can drag that across, and then yeah. So it's a walkway flat because these go down in 45s. Oh, jeez. You know what? We're just going to put the one in because that's going to be too complicated for the game to handle. And then we'll put a thing there, and then we'll put a little thing here for the moment because I want to test this. Okay, so I can, if I'm on the walkway, I can walk between that. All right, cool. I'm completely fine with that. And we'll just go down here. And we don't want to go too far. Okay, that should have removed all of that. And then this specific one, can go up like that. That works. It's fine. Okay, now that we have that. Let's see, can we put foundation over this yet? Not quite. Put foundation. Oops. Foundation here. Oh, we can go one more closer. Okay. I think it depends on how the walkways go, I suppose. Just so we can get, because we want to be able to get down there, I think, as well. Yeah. I think so. Alrighty then. That is all connected. Nice. Okay, so we'll go down here. We got our 4 lines come down here. And I actually completely blocked off this tunnel, so it looks like you're underground. I mean, technically we're under artificial ground, but whatever. I also finished the walkways going up here. We're going to go ahead and connect these because we're getting pretty low on the old coal. So we'll connect those, and then that'll bring that up. Get a little walkway so we can get off of that at that level if we want. And I carried this on around the corner, so... Oh, geez. Oh, we might be out of power. Uh-oh. We might be out of power. No, we still got power. Okay, seeing that over there and that over there. Yep, we're still good on power. It's just we are very close. So that node, if you notice, that node is completely gone. That node no longer exists. It was right about here. You can see on the map. Once you dissipate it completely, it disappears off the map, which is awesome. Thank you, devs, for doing that. Because I don't know why, but for me, when I get rid of an entire node, I know a lot of people when they play these kinds of games and they go, "Oh no, our node's gone. Now we got to go find a new one." Me, I go, "Hooray! We got another node." It's like an accomplishment for me. But yeah, hopefully that'll balance between the two. And then yeah, see how these lines are still going because they got a little bit longer to fill. And all 4 lines are going, even though it's only the 2 out ones. That's why I decided to put a balancer there because I thought that'd be way better. That'll just be a way better thing, even though Yeah, those lines are going to be going for a while, probably, because those lines have been out of coal a lot longer. But now everything's backed up again. Yay! Alright. And then eventually, these lines aren't going to even have coal on them. They're going to be swapped out for, fuel, for fuel cells, or whatever they're called. Fuel... I forget. Power rod, fuel rods. Yeah, there we go. One of those. It's going to be fuel rods, though. And that'll work out really, really nicely, so I'm pretty happy about that. But, yeah, let me, I'm going to have to go grab more foundation. But, yeah, let me get back to expansion. I just noticed that. I was just like, yeah, we should probably take care of that. Oh, the other thing we should take care of before we seal up this hole indefinitely. This hole here, that's what I mean. I'm going to have to go down here and get rid of all this foundation. Let me, that's the normal deletion will work for here. Speaking of foundation, I'm going to take all this back. There we go. Okay. Then we'll go along and delete all this. I'm going to delete all that, and then what you do, go up one, and then you get the belts back too, which is nice. Okay. Well, I'm going to go erase this and erase that old mine. I'm going to cover it over with some foundation and then get back to expansion. Oh, not enough inventory space. Dang it, I almost had all that foundation going. Oh no, get rid of my only way up. It's okay. We can leave a little foundation here. Yeah, oh yeah, we're just gonna cover this up. Cover this over. At least I got the miners and the belts and stuff back. That's all I really care about anyway. So I'm just gonna cover over this hole here. Just in case I'm ever underneath here, I don't want to fall in. There we go. Successfully sealed. That was an old mine. It no longer exists. Sweet. Alright. Now, back to expansion. Expansion. Alrighty then. Well, it's been a little while. Just, gonna grab some more foundation, I think. Some more concrete, too. I think I'm low on foundation. Gonna have to wait for a little bit. Yeah. Alright. I've been expanding for quite a while. I know that sounds wrong, but it's what's been happening, man. Let's see. There's my little upwards thing. I got a couple of those, but yeah, I've been building for a little while, and I actually got it quite far. You scroll out, you can see I've almost built an entire new section as well. I was going to follow the lake here doing this, but then I had to put the road in there, so it had to be straight and flat, unfortunately, but that's the way it goes. So that looks good, and then I started expanding around this section. I think we'll just go around here, and then we'll see what happens. But yeah, I've been working on this expansion for quite a while. I've even got most of the painting done too, or all the painting done at least for this particular section. So now you can see the 4 blocks. You can see exactly what I was talking about, the 4 different blocks all together, and if we need to build a bigger factory, they can take over that without having to worry about any kind of stuff. So if we have like very big factories, we can end up taking up 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 4 blocks even if we need to, and that'll work really nicely there. And then we've got the roads in between the 4 blocks, just a single lane, like I was talking about, dual way roads. And then I carried the road down here as well, all the way to the end. And I was just about to get to this last bit of road before I call it a night. I've been here for quite a while, trying to get this done. But as you can see, we have expanded quite far to make these factories work and stuff like that, and to make this road work. So this expansion that you can see here, this is the logistics floor. By the way, the logistics floor goes all the way that way as well. It's a lot of foundation. But I'm getting her done. Okay, so I wanted to put a main road in here because we have 2 small roads already from here. We go all the way here. This is also a small road back here. Just, small streets in between the blocks and stuff, but this next road, I'm going to make this size over here, which is the main, one of the main roads here like this as well. I put little crosswalks in here because people might not want to walk all the way down. They could have little crosswalks in here as well if we want. I think it'll look good. As well, so. But yeah, it's been a long time coming out, and I've been on this news streak the last couple weeks of what I've been listening to in between episodes, while I'm building and stuff like that. While I'm basically building for hours, the stuff that you guys don't see on different games and stuff, or digging, anything like that, where it's a mundane task where I can't BS my way all the way through it, as I do many times, BSing my way all the way through different sections and stuff of making content. And sometimes you're not able to do that all the time, so you gotta, do something in between and just kind of get rid of that, or get rid of where you just kind of just going off on a topic that didn't really make much sense to begin with anyway, but it happens. So you kind of just cut it out. Well, in a lot of those sections where I'm like, okay, I'm just going to cut this whole entire build out, like this expansion here, I just go, okay, we're just going to cut that out, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to listen to YouTube. So I've been listening to a lot of creepypasta and stuff like that, those kind of stories, and they have the 24-hour streams and stuff, which I really enjoy. So I don't know why I feel like I share that with you guys, but it's fun. Okay, so for this particular section, like I said, it's going to be an expansion, it's going to be a road. We're just going to start out here. So we're going to just go straight across here, that's fine, of a 9, just like that. And then let's see, and then it was a 4, so we're going to do a 4x4 here because this is still part of the street there, so it needs to be not the foundation. Then we'll go all 4x9 to fill in that little section, and then we're going to do another 9, just like that. Okay, and then another section of 4, which is going to be right to the edge of this. So, oops, another 4x4. Yeah, another 4x4, and then this one should be a 9x4. 9x4. And then you have the roadway here. So this one's going to be 9 wide, but we're going to go all the way down like this. I just love watching it build sometimes. All the way down. Okay, that's built. 9, and then we're going to go all the way down to here. Actually, no, this one goes all the way through, right? Just go all the way there. And then in this particular section, we're going to do a 4x4. And then we're just gonna go out to the edge here. So right to the edge, and then we need to go in 1, 2, 3, 4, because that's the sidewalk. Balls. I'm getting it. Nope. I am not digging that back up. You can F off, game. That was a mistake by me. Whoops. I put in concrete instead of that. Okay. I need to go and dig it back up. Now, unfortunately, because the way this game is, you can't dig more than a few blocks in front of you, so before you're not able to reach it. So I have to go along, and I'm just gonna have to remove all this. Balls. I hate when I screw that up. Okay, with all that removed, just gonna fill this in. We're gonna have to go back and get more of this. Unfortunately, it's a very, very long walk. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Need to cut out a 4x4 or a 4x3. You know, because that's exactly what I was trying to do. That's so I know where to put the sidewalk piece. So yeah, then there's going to be that, and then also I screwed this up. Yeah, because there's a sidewalk all the way in between. Whoops. Same with this here. That lets me know where the sidewalk is. Okay, so then we'll pull that 4 all the way down. Bam. Sidewalk all the way down. Okay. Getting closer. Getting closer to actually being able to build up that way. But I had to do this. I had to get this section of it done in order to even think about heading up into the mountains with the road for our for our research facility, because we got to get started on that. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna run out of both concrete and decorative blocks. Yep. Okay, let's go get back and get some more, but at least I can take the walkways that I built to go a little bit faster. Alrighty then, back over here. Let's 3,000 will probably do. Then we'll go get some concrete. Wonder how our iron stash is doing. I bet that's really struggling right now. Wait, that was only 1,000 concrete. Oh, because it's never mind. Because I can only do like 5 stacks of it. So, all right. Oop, I need to go upstairs. It'll be faster. Go upstairs. And you guys just, you don't understand how long I've been at this. Also, I need to repaint this. Oops. There we go. Just put a little crosswalk in here. Oops. There's probably not a crosswalk on this side either. So we'll go and do that. Okay, yep, that matches. Alright, sweet. Get them crosswalks in place. That way it matches the rest of this whole cacophony of... We've got, what, 16 more blocks of 16 more possible factories that we could build over here, which is really nice. So we won't need to expand for quite a while after this massive expansion. This cacophony of expansion here. It's been quite nuts though, this build. Like I said, I've been at it for a little while. Okay. And then yeah, the rest of this has got to be foundation because this is the sidewalk. I just use the foundation blocks because then it's easy to carry the power underneath. Just make things simple, you know. Yeah, I know people are probably looking at me like I'm crazy over here. What the heck are you doing with your time here? Okay. Oop. Go one more, I think. Okay. Yep, that matches. And then it's 9 by 4. And then 4 by 4. 4 by 4. And then another 9 by 4. By 4. Okay. Just making sure I am correct in this. I don't want to mess it up. Because then I gotta fix my scrubs when I mess them up, so. Alrighty then we'll carry this all the way down here and then get the road built on this side. Alrighty. And putting in the last little bit. I haven't. Putting in the last little bit of road, quote unquote. Now this is going to be interesting because now we're with this road here, we are, you know, plowed right up against the mountain here. Plowed? I don't know what the proper term is. I don't know. I do know that I need to remove this. I accidentally put this in place because this road is going to continue, or possibly continue. I mean, if it doesn't, we can just square it back off, but it is possible that it will continue onwards as the edge of the city, the front edge. I'm not going to expand the city anymore this way, so I'm going to end up removing that foundation down there that I put in. But this road here is going to go up to the research facility. So, and yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the decorative blocks. I'm going to slope them up as a road. Yeah, it's going to be quite steep, but there's no other angles that I can use. There's no like 1 meter climbs or anything like that. Like, I would like a ramp that goes up a quarter of a block at a time. That way we can build roads and stuff really, neatly and nicely. I would definitely love that, but don't think that's going to happen. So remove that, and then we'll put in the road, bam, and then put in the sidewalk. Oops, this one's a foundation actually. to signify the edge. Now this was normally here just as so I can put railing in, but it is what it is. Okay, so now that we got that in place, now comes time for the painful bit, the painting. Ugh. Painting these roads does take a while, so we're gonna be here all day. But I think after this that'll be just about it for me. I mean, we'll go scout up there, up to the top of the mountain, and because I want it like up here somewhere. So yeah, I think that'd be really cool to have a research facility built on top of the mountain with a nice tall building that you can see from afar. I think that'd be really cool. We'll see though. We'll see what happens. But first we paint the intersections, which the intersections are usually pretty easy because it's just a straight square or rectangle in this case. Just gotta make sure not to go past the walkway. I'm like a printer. Like a 3D printer. Going outside to inside. Yeah. Just kidding. But yeah, get that. Usually doesn't take very long to paint these. Then I paint the little crosswalk, so we go in 4. And we leave a little space in the middle. Because it is 2 lanes, whether the 2 lanes are going with each other or against each other, it's still 2 lanes. And each lane is 4 blocks wide. And it takes extra long for these bigger roads because I gotta paint the road twice because of that. And the next one. Okay. And then what I'll do is I'll just draw a black line here so that I know where to stop when I'm coming back. Alrighty. Painting done. Nope. And then I'll just go all the way down to the end. Just about to the end anyway. I'll get close and then I'll go, okay, next crosswalk. Basically, I'll just do this whole intersection. Whoops. Okay, and with the foundation complete, let's go ahead and finish the rest of the road. When we draw our line, I forgot to draw the lines on this side as well for later. I drew the lines on those sides, so. Yep, and then we basically fill in this entire road, and yes, I do fill in the middle, and then I go back over it with white so I can paint the lines. It just makes things way faster, at least for me anyway. Yeah, we just go in and we fill in this entire section. Yeah, a really awesome idea would be the way the Sims games work is you hold like, I think it's shift, I believe. It was like shift or control. You hold shift and then whatever your cursor's pointed at, it will paint with that texture or color and color basically. Whether it be the floors or the walls, it would paint that, and this could work with the blocks. So let's say I want to fill in the rest of this with black, right? I want to fill in the rest of this white section. I could fill it in with black, I could fill it in with any color, and because it's all the same color code, it checks for the color code, it only fills in that particular section. This way you could build like certain sections of like building and then paint it and then move on to the next section and then paint that section without overwriting the first section, you know, and so on. Like that would be just so cool. Other than just holding your cursor, at least you don't have to click the mouse. I suppose I could just hold the mouse down, which is okay, I suppose. But I would really love a way to be able to paint. Like if I wanted to paint that entire road, I can just shift click it, paint the entire road, and then I can go back in and add my detail. Rather than painting the entire road and then going back in and doing my detail. It just takes up way too much time, as you can see here. It just takes up way too much time. Also, if I could paint concrete, the concrete would have been the that would have been the roadway. Because this, imagine if this texture, imagine if this texture was black or like a dark color like this. I'd be able to paint that, and what would happen then is it would look more like a road. It looks like a road if you don't look at the white dots everywhere, the white rivets essentially. But yeah, that's just the way that is. Okay, so then what I'll do is I'll go back and switch to white. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the sidewalk here, basically the alleyway, and we're just going to paint 2 white strips 2 spaces away from each other, just like that, so it matches it. And then we're going to do the 2 center into that, so there's our crosswalk. And for this particular build, the way this numbers out, I'm going to go 2 past, like that on both sides. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and so on, all the way down to hit the other crosswalk. And if I've done it correctly, I should have 1 block of white past the crosswalk. And I just done it in the wrong section. Look, shut up. At least it's easier to trace because it's already there. We'll switch back to it. And the reason I have an asphalt and then a true black is because this asphalt's not true black. It's actually got a slight red color to it. There we go. Okay, and then I accidentally painted there. And I was, oh, that's what threw me off. So I put that in the wrong spot. Whoops. Oh, let's correct that over here as well. Oops. There we go. Yeah. Because asphalt has a slight reddish color to it, just because of the oil built into asphalt when they mix it and stuff. It's got a slight, it's not perfectly black. If you've ever poured like black oil out of a car or whatever, when the light goes through it, it's actually a brown. Rather, it's just a really, really dark brown. So, and that gets its various colors from the various chemicals and stuff like that. But there's our road. So now I just got to do that 4 more times. Fun. Correction, 3 more times. All right, let's do it. Okay, then, finally done. Yay! Got them all painted. And there we go. There's our 2 main roads where they meet. Right here in the middle, big old intersection, of course. It continues onwards for later expansion. But yes, this is going to go up into the mountains. I don't know how. I think what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to end up digging into the mountain. It might be, you know, something. It might dig into the mountain. We might have to put up retaining walls and things to keep the road well, not to keep the road clear. You know, to keep the road look like the retaining walls keeping it clear. But yeah, I want to I wanted to explore this mountain for a few minutes. Let's see where we can best put the facility. It's going to need to be mostly flat up here, so, and it looks like we might have a nice section. Yeah, there's a huge section right here that's mostly flat. Oh yeah. Oh, look at this. And it's surrounded by hills. That's pretty nice, actually. That might be a good spot to put down a facility. And then we've got holes and stuff. I'm gonna leave the holes there. I won't fill them in or anything. I might. You can see this white line here. This white line might be what I go for. What's the height here? 170. Let's say 172. And what's the height of our city? I think it was 150 something, wasn't it? Yeah, look how much higher we are. Oh my gosh, look at that beautiful view down there of expansion. Heck yeah. Yeah, this will be great. And then this road right here, this dual road, is going to carry it up into the mountains, or carry up into the mountains to get up this high. So we're thinking 172. I might go 174 actually. Yeah, 174 is right on the peak of like this here. That's right in the middle. And then yeah, that dual road, it'll go along, and then it'll be like the edge road coming into the facility here. I mean, we might have this facility spill over the cliffside as well. But yeah, this is a pretty good spot. Pretty good spot for what I have planned here. Gonna look very nice. Yeah, and it'll be nice and out of the way. Yes, the stuff will have to travel, like I said, a decent ways. I think what we're going to do is we're going to use that main road right there. Oh no, we can't use that road because that's going to be the main bus for a lot of these other items. So yeah, we'll probably use like this road or something. Yeah, use like this main road right here to kind of bring the stuff down and pull it back. I mean, it's going to be interesting. I'll probably use part of this main road to go all the way out, because the main bus is also going to carry like the belt lines and such. So for the research, which is going to be built up here. But I like this spot. It's nice and up high, and it'll be just this massive building that we're going to do. And like I said, I'm going to be putting 10 research machines, 10 machines building research of every color up here, and I think this will give us plenty of room to be able to do that. So yeah, this will be perfect. I'm gonna put a single block here. Very nice. Let's see, we'll go out that way. Yeah, something like that. Perfect. That'll be the starting point for that. So yeah, we'll get working on that next time. We'll get the facility up here. We do got to get the road up here, which I'm probably gonna, like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna use explosives or not. I kind of want to fine tune it, so it might be dug by hand. Although I might use some explosives to get me close, and then I don't know. I don't exactly know what I'm gonna do yet. But yeah, everything's looking good. I'm definitely happy with this so far. But we'll get started on that research facility and stuff like that. So, really excited. And I'm also excited for the next update. I'm hoping that they take in some of our requests and stuff like that to, you know, some of the quests like single block elevators and stuff like that, so we don't have to build like these crazy escalator looking things if we want to, you know, go up and down and whatnot. So but anyway, I do think, like I said, I do think that is going to be it for this episode of Foundry. So yeah, like I said, next time that'll be actually hopefully building the facility and stuff like that. So like I said, that's going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I guess I'd say goodbye.